Hey everyone, I'm Mike,
And I'm Vic.
and you're watching METS
Matt in
in Florida.
Florida.
What's going on?
How you doing there, Mike?
Doing okay, doing okay. Getting close to the playoffs now. I'm starting to think about the roster.
Yeah, so now it's while it's difficult for the Mets in the games they got coming up, um they gotta keep playing well. Now we start thinking about roster cuts, and this is not gonna be easy.
No, we have too many great players on this team, and you know they're all playing a role. This is a team. Here's the problem. This is a team. This is one of those special teams where everybody contributes.
Everybody counts, everybody. We cannot win this with some of the teams that we have to go up against who might have a few more players than us as far as high caliber. But we're very deep. I think we can match up with anybody very
Everybody
deep.
plays a role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, this is definitely one of the every man is important. I heard Buck say that every no, not Buck, I'm sorry. I think it was Epler who actually
Epler,
said
yeah. Epler said it.
he
Yeah.
said, every man is important.
Yeah.
And it really shows here because we need everyone, all hands on deck to win this whole thing.
Being straight.
So having said that,
Let's go
let's
down.
start with
The current roster.
current roster and the ones that we know for sure are on. So
So we'll
first
start with
one,
the pitchers.
yeah, Chris Bassett.
Hands
Definitely.
down. I want to keep him. I love him. I love
Yeah, I
him.
love the guy.
Cookie,
Carrasco.
easily. I know he
Easy.
struggled yesterday, but he's going to be fine.
Jacob DeGrom.
I don't know about him. I'm not sure.
I think he has potential. I heard some good things. I heard some things.
I think we'll give him a shot.
Do
Another
De Niro.
guy I'm not too sure about.
I gotta do it, De
Diaz.
Niro. I gotta go like this. I heard some things. I heard some things.
I heard some things.
I heard some things.
I heard things. Another one I'm not too sure about is Edwin Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
3 years ago, we would have been saying that, but not anymore.
Not anymore. So Edwin's on.
I still think Seth Lugo has a place.
He has a place. He
has the curveball's coming back. McGill,
Trevor May.
Yes. Oh, Trevor May. Sorry.
Yeah,
he's come around.
He's come around. Tyler McGill.
I think you have to.
I think. Well,
a little more.
As we go through this, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to have Tyler McGill here, asterisk as possibly off, at least the first. But we don't. I'm just putting it out there.
I think if he stayed healthy the whole year, he would have been fine. But
exactly.
You know, he's got to shake off the rust.
Okay, Adam Ottavino.
Yeah, you have to.
David Peterson. Yes,
because he's lefty, right?
Yeah,
I mean, correct.
He did good the other day. I mean,
he was outstanding.
I think really with Peterson is know how to come in, know how to warm yourself up.
Yeah.
And he can be successful as we saw. Jolie Rodriguez.
He's weird. He was great again last night.
I don't get it. I think it, you know, just like all of a sudden the appearance of Vientos has the DH is hitting. You know, there's something about when you get that, hey, your job is on the line kind of situation, how all of a sudden their play just comes up, you know.
Put an asterisk next to his name, right?
Asterisk next to his name. Scherzer.
Maybe.
What
a performance the other night.
Okay.
Drew Smith. Well, we don't know yet. Drew Smith will have to see.
Right.
Huh?
We don't know yet. With
asterisk. That's 3 asterisks right now.
Yep.
Taiwan Walker, I think you have to. Trevor can also go to the bullpen.
Yeah, Trevor Williams. Need that swingman.
Where would we be without Trevor Williams? Oh, yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
But right now there's 3 iffies.
Yeah.
Catcher, okay. I mean, who else do we have? James McCann.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to go on
two. Yeah, you gotta have two. You gotta have those two.
And of course, Nito is number 1 to me.
I think Nito is number 1 as well.
Infielders, of course, Pete's on there.
Pete's safe.
Escobar's got to be on there. His veteran leadership.
Guillorme, absolutely.
Definitely. Frankie
glove
Lindor,
plays.
absolutely.
Frankie, McNeil,
Squirrel and Vientos is the
Vientos,
asterisk, right?
asterisk. Yep,
That's 4 now.
yep.
Marcana,
I
of
feel,
course, is on there.
just a side note on Vientos, I really feel bad for the kid because I really was hoping for him to have a big game last night, and it didn't happen. And
It still
not to
happen,
take
but
anything
yeah.
away from his ability. I know he has the ability, but it was like, you know what? We don't have another 3 weeks
No,
to to get you going.
you're
You
right.
know, unfortunately, that's why I was like, oh, we should have brought him up earlier to get him accustomed.
I understand that.
You know,
Uh, Marcana, yes.
yes,
Tyler
Tyler
Naquin,
Naquin,
left-handed power.
yeah,
Nimmo, of course, yes.
yes,
Um, the
okay.
DH.
So we
You got, to
got,
me, Terrence Gore is a weapon, a speed weapon.
he is a weapon, and I wasn't for him at first, but I can see where we're gonna need him,
He's got the
especially,
mentality too. He's got 3 rings, man.
not for nothing, but Terrence Gore owes a lot of his spot on this team to Vogie.
Right, pinch running.
I think if Vogie could run, there wouldn't be such a need for Gore.
Which goes into Vogie. Vogie, of course, is going in. Darren Ruff, you got to go with the veteran. You got to have that trade count. So
yeah, we got to have that. We got to have that.
So we have 4 asterisks. That means
Yeah,
McGill.
but remember,
Starling Marte
okay,
though.
so we know one flip, Vientos for Marte. So that keeps us, that's still at 28. That's just a flip. Okay, when once he comes up, Vientos has got to go down.
You got to get rid of 2 guys.
Yeah. So the 2 that we have to get, I think it's gonna have to come from, it's got to come from the pitching side, right?
Yes, it does. It's either going to be
I don't see
McGill,
anybody. Yeah, I don't see anybody
McGill,
else.
Drew Smith, or Joely Rodriguez. So you got to get rid of 2 of those guys. I guess it would have to be. Wow.
I told you this was going to be tough.
Joely's the lefty who could still. Joely's weird. He could strike out 5 guys in 2 innings.
True. I think
he does give us a different look.
Right.
But
the thing is, here's the thing we have to look at with Joely, right? Is that, would you rather have one of your righties go against those tough lefties when you need an out, or Joely? Meaning, let me see. Freeman,
Bryce Harper.
Who's the lefty? What's his name?
Who's the lefty on the Braves? Matt Olson. Those kind of guys.
Wait, Acuna is a righty?
Righty, he's a righty.
He's a righty. Okay, so he's not on that list. Wasn't one of those guys lefty, like Grissom? Were they a lefty?
Robbie Grossman. Those guys.
So they really only have really one or two
maybe
lefties. Yeah. So you have, and the rest are righties. So do you feel more confident with Joely Rodriguez? Look at it this way: Joely Rodriguez against Matt Olson, or another reliever against him? I'd rather not have Ottavino against the lefties. Because if he misses, it's over the plate.
Well, I'm thinking of the 3 asterisks we have with the pitching: McGill, Rodriguez, and Smith. The number 1 guy I would keep is McGill. I think he's proven himself. As far as I know, he's back from injury, but he's so mentally tough.
He's mentally tough, but you know what? It still bothers me. I'm hoping that he finds his groove in the next few games, because prior to getting called up, he got hit hard in AAA twice.
I know, that's true.
And he did the same exact, the way he pitched in the other game, we brought him in, is exactly what he did in Syracuse. Exactly in his last 2 appearances, meaning that, and I think he got beat on fastballs, meaning that he's not controlling the fastball. He doesn't have 100%. It's kind of going right into the hitting zone more than he would want it to be. And he got hurt with home runs. They weren't like hits after hits. They were home runs.
No. And as far as now we don't know what we're gonna get with Drew Smith, because the last few times he was out there, he was giving up bombs.
Exactly.
He was great for the first month, and then he started giving up bombs.
And this what brings us back to what I was saying before, is like while it does matter with the starters, what they have done throughout the years, and the hitters, you got to go with the hot hand.
Yep.
And remember, we can always switch off on another round.
Yes, we could.
Depending on who we go up against,
I think that's what it's going to boil down to.
Yeah, so it really depends on who we go up against first. If there's a need for a lefty, then I'm going to keep Rodriguez. But here's the thing about Rodriguez. I don't totally trust him against the best hitters, lefty hitters. The lower part of the lineup, yes. So it's got to be specific to that. I just don't have full confidence of him in that way.
Yeah, I understand that.
McGill, if McGill is on a hot streak, I'm going to go with McGill. But
he's the best pitcher. If he's right, he's the best pitcher of the 3.
He's the best pitcher of the 3 if he's right. But right now, Rodriguez is pitching the best.
He really is.
And I'm going to have to save him.
There's one name though we didn't mention because he's injured, that Givens.
Oh yes, I forgot about Givens. Well, here's a really interesting scenario, because I know he's one of Buck's guys, and then you have Epler, who made the trade for him. If you don't keep him on it, basically your
trade was a waste.
Trade,
just like Darren Ruff.
Yeah, you're basically saying your trade deadline really sucked because you're not keeping that guy.
And Givens has been pitching very well lately.
Yeah.
So who would you get rid of? That's another conundrum.
This is a hard one. I say, as of today, I was really hoping to keep McGill, but I'm going to have to take him off. As of today, September 21st.
Gotcha.
I'm going to have to take McGill off, and I'm going to have to take Smith off because I have not seen, even though he actually technically pitched better than McGill down in the minors on his rehab.
Yeah, you stick with the devil, basically right now, and you gotta stay with Joe. Yeah. You stay with Rodriguez, and you stay and you. Like I said, Givens, until he got hurt, well, not hurt, but he got COVID or whatever, he's been pitching well. So
yeah, it's if Rodriguez keeps pitching like this, I think right now we're doing this as of today. I'm going to take off McGill, and I'm going to take off
Smith.
Those are the ones I'm taking off as of today. That could change in the next 14 games.
Oh God, yes.
Once Givens comes back and how Smith performs. If we can get Smith like he was in the beginning of the year, pitching over his head, we now know. That's a great weapon. But if we get the Smith back that he was prior to that,
that scares me a little.
See, that's one of the reasons I'm taking McGill off, is that prior to him going to the DL, he started off great, but then he was getting hit.
He was getting knocked around.
And you kind of at first kind of say, well, it was probably the injury that was affecting him, but here he is, he's all healed, and similar issues are arising.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking, he definitely is a big part going forward.
Yeah.
One way or the other, bullpen or starter, but we got to see who is, taking everything aside, who is the best 26 men that we can bring in. I
Well,
would love for McGill to be
oh,
on
I
this.
love McGill. No, I
You
love him.
know,
Big drip.
if he's
No, I
hitting
love him.
99 and striking out people, I love for him to
And he
be in it.
has the
I would love to
mentality.
have. Yeah, I would love to have him, but as of today, I haven't seen it yet. I know it's only been that one game. But he kind of showed the same thing that I saw in Syracuse. It's like
Yeah.
not controlling his pitches the way he did prior to the injury and even before that.
Yeah.
So
And it's funny too, the advanced numbers don't lie because with Rodriguez, when we swapped him with Castro,
yeah,
we were like, what is that? And they said, well, the advanced numbers for Rodriguez are better. And this is what they're talking about.
right,
So if he could just be consistent, yeah, he's a
right.
no-brainer. He stays.
Now
That's a weird one though.
he is the little nugget though. With we're looking at the relievers, but guess what? Who goes to the pen?
The back end of the rotation.
Exactly.
Taiwan
So
Walker.
okay, so if you're looking at this, right, and we know we got the two horses in the top, and we're gonna be on pins and needles if they have to go on 3 days rest, and we don't really want that.
Right.
But I feel good with DeGrom, of course, Scherzer and Bassett. I'm great with those three. Okay, do we stay with those three and those three only as our starters, or do we go 4 deep?
I think
You
in the
know,
best
if
of 7, you got to go 4 deep, right?
in the best of 7, I think we might have to go 4 deep and then be able to come back with the other three guys.
And Cookie would have to be that starter because he if he struggled, it's usually in the first inning.
So here's the
He's
thought.
the fourth
Okay,
starter no matter what.
so you think he's the fourth starter and Taiwan in the bullpen?
I think Taiwan could do either one.
Okay, so but you got to pick though. One of those,
Yeah,
it
Cookie
all
would be the
depends on where they're
starter.
gonna go. If they're gonna go,
Because
if it depends on how they're gonna set this up. Are they gonna go their top 3 starters when they get into this playoff? Is that the way they're gonna do it? Top 3, you top 3, or they're gonna go 4 and mix and match as they go. We don't know that yet. If they go 4,
I'm going
who's
with
the
Cookie.
4th? You're going with Cookie? Okay. I think so too. I think
He
I would go
struggles
with
in the first inning, and then he settles down. Usually.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you could say that to Taiwan too, but for some reason, something tells me Taiwan might be able to handle it better.
Yeah. Taiwan usually also he tends to get in trouble more like in the 4th inning.
Right.
Like I notice that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong,
Right. Well, essentially that makes up for that. I mean, yeah, because I don't know with Cookie. Well, Cookie throws harder than Taiwan, so he
I
could
really
be that wipe up.
he's like a secret weapon. I really like him.
You
But
know, so that,
I'll tell you, I was at the game in Miami a couple of weeks ago when I saw him pitch. He struggled early and then he got into such a groove. He was so economical with his pitches. I mean, he only pitched 6 innings, but he was very economical. I'm like,
well, see, I'm thinking about with
that's
Cookie.
great.
Cookie can still bring it like mid-90s.
Oh, he was striking people out. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's the whole thing with him. If he warms up properly, that could tick up a little bit.
I mean, for as a reliever, yeah.
It could tick up, and then you got hitters up there who are, your typical relievers are 2-pitch pitchers.
Right.
You got a guy with 4 pitches. You can say the same thing about Taiwan, and he gets his swings and misses too.
He
and
does.
he gets
And
his
he'll
swings and
surprise you.
misses. Yeah, he gets it away from fastballs. It's usually on the breaking pitches that he gets his swings and misses on.
Yeah.
So either one really. I mean, I guess it's just I think this is where the analytics will have to come in as depending who we match up against, who has pitched better.
I think a lot of it's going to depend on the opponent.
Yeah, and I think then who goes into the bullpen, who goes in the starting rotation. I think we have to go that way. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And here's another weird way of thinking. What if, I mean, I doubt they're going to do this, but we may have an opener situation and then let the starter just take it from there.
I don't think they would try it.
Probably not during the playoffs, but
I don't think they would do it in playoffs.
that's not an experiment with it. But I'm saying you got to think outside the box either way. But I mean,
if
all hands are on deck no matter what.
If we had another absolute shutdown reliever like Diaz, I think you could do it.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could do a starter, an opener, and then come in after him with a DeGrom or a Scherzer, and then try to finish that game all the way through. You know,
By the way, before I forget, off topic, speaking of championships, on a local note, congratulations to the St. Lucie Mets for
absolutely.
winning the championship again.
And
Remember,
and
they
our
won in
two,
2006 with Gary Carter as a manager.
oh yeah, I remember
I was
that.
there for that game.
And congratulations to two draftees who had a big part in that.
Yes.
Parada
Yes.
and how do you pronounce his last name? Tidwell? Tidwell, is it?
Tidwell, Blake, yeah, Blake Tidwell. Yeah,
Both did awesome.
They did, yeah.
Both did awesome. Yep.
So that was great.
And as the minor league season's coming to an end, guess who hit another home run?
Alvarez.
Mr. Alvarez.
Gee,
Yep.
well, next year, man, he'll be there.
Yep, he was going to be there.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I think it's all going to depend on the opponent, the analytics, the health, and what McGill and Drew Smith do the rest of the way.
Right.
So
do you agree that the two people to keep off at this moment would be Smith and McGill?
You have to, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I think at this moment, yeah, it could change.
Yeah. No. Right now, that has to be
it.
it.
Yeah.
And Marte will be back to flip with Vientos. Yeah. So
yeah.
We got some options. So I'm satisfied. Yeah, I mean it's exciting. So we'll see what the next 12 games give us.
Yeah. Let's win tonight. 1 out of 1.
Today.
That's our thing.
Today, 2:00.
And yeah, no none of this win series.
I want another sweep.
Yep. 1 out of 1. Every
1 out
game.
of 1.
Actually, I was very happy to hear what Lindor said about, hey, we had a great night. You turn the page, tomorrow's another day. We enjoyed it briefly. I love that focus. I hope everybody is on that same page. I was like,
great. Yeah, man. They sound so professional now. That's the Buck effect.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see it.
Let's just win at the end of the whole thing. Party like drunken sailors at the end of everything.
Because you will they will have
deserved it and then some. But right now, just focus.
Yes, that's all we can do.
I'm hoping that, like, hey, the players don't hear the media, the predictors, fans and stuff. Stay focused. We are behind you. We want this. We want it for you guys, and we want it for us fans, long-suffering fans. We need it, and I have another selfish kind of why I want them to win. Besides, I've been to parades, and I've seen them win, and I was there, but I really want to share it with my sons and my girlfriend, and I want to share this.
That's wonderful.
A championship with them. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be terrific. Yeah, no, without a doubt. And my brother and I haven't, we weren't really coherent enough to appreciate the 86 series. So this would be a first for him and me, and it would be wonderful. So
yeah, it'd be wonderful. It'd be fantastic.
Yes. Well, on that note, now we're gonna get all sentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice how the word mental is in sentimental.
Yeah, really. Good one.
But on that note, listen, everybody, like and subscribe if you like our stuff. Hope you're enjoying this content. We're gonna get into more interesting things. And Vic, on that note, let's
go
Mets. Thank you all. Take care, Vic.
Take care, Mike.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Have a good one, everyone.